off season is the latest mixtape, I believe. I don't know anymore. The internet hasn't decided or figured out what to call this project, but the off season is what I'm guessing the latest mixtape by legendary rapper J. Cole. And no, I'm not just saying that to be sarcastic. I absolutely do think that J. Cole is a fucking legend, a very, very great and phenomenal modern rap legend. Even if you're not that big of a J. Cole fan, if you just never really like saw the hype of J. Cole, I don't think either of us can deny that J. Cole is a fucking legend. This was the video that I have been for a few days now, like contemplating on making because I have a few mixed feelings about this particular project. I got anxiety and just my stress levels were ridiculously high when thinking about making this video because of the maybe like a few like bad comments and backlash that I might get from this. I even like talked to two of my friends, somebody who likes J. Cole and somebody who loves J. Cole, and just asked them, hey, should I just say fuck it and tell people what I actually feel, or should I just sugarcoat it and have the same opinion as everybody else that has talked about this project, and just pretty much be positive all the time throughout this whole review because like I am just really afraid of what people are gonna think about me when I tell them what I actually feel about this particular project. And what I mean about the same opinion from everybody else, I have read and seen a lot of positive reactions and criticisms towards J. Cole's new album, which is, you know, it's pretty expected since J. Cole is somebody that we all tend to really, really get excited to hear when he drops something new, considering that this man takes like fucking 5 years of a break of not fucking dropping anything, and then surprise he drops some new shit. It's like, I get it, but what I got really surprised on seeing was that Anthony Fantano himself, probably one of the best, probably the best album reviewers out there on YouTube. Someone who, from what I've seen, is very, very hard to please when it comes to new music, especially with rap. Like, I feel like he just doesn't like rap in general. But that man who I've seen countless times, like talk mad shit about J. Cole sometimes, giving him some pretty low ratings. He even said that he feels that this is one of J. Cole's, if not his, better projects that he's dropped in a long time. And now it's officially been a week. As we speak, it's officially been a week since J. Cole dropped the off season, and I have been contemplating and trying to plan for this video, trying to think of the right words to say, trying to like uh have like a better opinion, or have a much more bigger opinion, I guess. I even heard the album like 5 fucking times just to see if maybe I was going fucking crazy for thinking that I don't particularly like this album as much as his other projects. I was just getting scared that maybe I just become this judgmental asshole that just talks shit about everything. I feel like I've been talking mad shit about a lot of stuff lately. But I guess I've been on the internet for about 3 years now, so I guess I could handle a few mean comments. And I personally think that maybe it would be refreshing for people to see I guess, a like new like perspective, a different perspective about this particular project, because although a lot of people have said that they do think this is J. Cole's better projects, my stance on it is that it's a good project. Like, I enjoyed it, but it's not my personal favorite. Now, first and foremost, I want to say right here that I am not here to judge anybody that says that this is a better project that J. Cole has dropped in a minute. You know, I'm not here to judge anybody for enjoying this project. Please, by any means, enjoy whatever it is you like to enjoy. You know, I'm a big believer, and you know, if I don't like it, it doesn't mean that it's garbage. You know, I may not like it, it may not like speak to me on that level, but it could speak to anybody else, and I think that is the one beautiful thing about you know, not only hip hop but music in general. You know, it may not be for everybody, but you know, it's definitely for somebody, and you know, it's very beautiful what music can do to a lot of people. Now, to be honest, I do understand why people are saying that this is J. Cole's better projects, and probably just the best hip hop album to have come out so far this year. You know, I do understand, because I will admit that this year it has been looking that it's been kind of a weak, like, set of releases for new hip hop albums. You know, like, it seems that all the new hip hop shit that's been coming out this year just hasn't really been as good as it could have been. You know, it felt like kind of like a weak start to new hip hop music in 2021. Although I will say that, you know, I understand people saying that, but I will say that there were like, you know, a few exemptions. You know, I personally think that, you know, Nick Caution's Anywhere But Here album was a really, really good start for what would hopefully come for good hip hop music. You know, NF's recent Clouds mixtape was really fucking impressive. You know, he definitely has been improving a lot. And I would also say that Conway the Machine's La Máquina album was a very good project as well. So, there definitely has been some really like dope and impressive rap projects that have come out so far this year. There just hasn't been, you know, they haven't been consistently good, I guess you could say. Honestly, I don't really blame anybody for saying that not only this is J. Cole's better projects in a long time, but it is the best hip hop album that they've heard so far this year, because we've all honestly been deprived of good music this year, especially hip hop. You know, like I said, it just seemed that, you know, all the releases, you know, some of them were pretty impressive. You know, some of them were decent and some of them weren't as good as it could be. You know, I do understand, you know, a lot of hip hop heads have been really wanting some new shit, and you know, especially with a big and iconic name like J. Cole, you know, obviously, you know, who could go wrong? You know, what could go wrong with this new J. Cole project? So yeah, I don't blame anybody for saying that this is the best hip hop album that's come out so far this year, because it is like without a doubt that we all get excited whenever J. Cole drops something new. And I'm still having a very and I'm still personally having a very hard time criticizing J. Cole, not only right now in this video, but just in general. You know, I get very scared when I talk about, you know, J. Cole, and you know, I try to like be very careful on what I say, because on one hand, I personally have a lot of high expectations for J. Cole, which I think everybody else does, because you know, there is no doubt that he's proven to, you know, outsell a lot of his shit. You know, it seems that every time this man breathes, it just goes fucking platinum. Like we all expect everything that J. Cole makes to be fucking great and phenomenal. But on the other hand, in my opinion, J. Cole fans are very fucking toxic, and they want to like just go out and shoot you, or just talk mad shit about you, and just harass the fuck out of you if you even dare to say one slight bad thing about J. Cole's music. Like, it's very fucking scary. And if you got offended by what I just said about some J. Cole fans being toxic and are currently writing a comment right now telling me a million reasons why I should go kill myself, then my fucking point exactly. And the reason why I say that a few fans of J. Cole are toxic is because I once had someone call me a fucking idiot for saying that I prefer Kendrick Lamar over J. Cole. I didn't say Kendrick is better. I didn't say J. Cole is fucking trash because Kendrick Lamar exists. You know, I like J. Cole. He is a really great storyteller. He's a really great lyricist. And, you know, he gives us a lot of like new lessons in every project he drops. I just personally got into Kendrick Lamar more, and Kendrick Lamar is in my top 5 favorite rapper list. You know, I personally love Kendrick more. I prefer him, but I will always go back and listen to J. Cole because he is great as well. But I said that, and the person who I told that took it as me saying fuck J. Cole, he's trash, and fuck you for listening to him. Like it's fucking, it's annoying sometimes. Let me just clarify that I don't think it's just the J. Cole fans that are toxic. I think any fan base that likes someone or something that is very popular and catches a lot of attention every time they make new content, I think those fans are pretty fucking toxic because they feel that what they love is like the fucking like greatest thing of all time. Like for example, Eminem fans toxic as fuck. And I should know because I used to be a toxic Eminem fan when I was in middle school and a little bit of high school. I was the fucking worst. Another really worst toxic fan base, the Marvel fan base. And trust me, I went to school with a lot of them. Marvel fans are fucking assholes. Like, oh god. But enough with all that shit. Let's get to me talking about the album more in depth. This is J. Cole's first solo release since 2018's KOD. In my opinion, a very, very strange, like weird change of music production for J. Cole, but at the same time, I didn't mind it. It was something new. It was something that I don't think any of us would have expected J. Cole to do. It was just a J. Cole just saying fuck it and see what he could do with this new style. And to be honest, I think he conquered the fucking world with KOD. That rap project, as weird and different as it may be from the rest of his projects, I think that it is probably the most unique project in his discography. And I guess you could count the third Revenge of the Dreamers album as another project that J. Cole made. I mean, he is on it and he did help, pretty much produce a lot of it. But, I feel like that one, mostly consisted on the other members of Dreamville besides J. Cole. I guess we could count a Middle Child as one that focuses on just J. Cole, but that mostly just focuses on the other artists that contributed to that beautiful album. So I would just keep that in its own separate category because Revenge of the Dreamers 3 is just a very, very beautiful project that should really, really be separate from anything else that J. Cole has done as a solo artist. Now I've been patiently waiting to see how J. Cole would have been able to outdo KOD. He outdid a lot of great albums. He outdid Born Sinner, he outdid Forest Hills Drive, he outdid For Your Eyes Only, an album that a lot of people consider to be probably the best shit he's ever going to make. He just keeps on outdoing all these projects that just go platinum, in fucking weeks. He outsells so fucking quickly. J. Cole is a fucking monster. And for the most part, I will say that J. Cole did kind of outdo himself in this particular mixtape. If there's one thing that we can all agree is that J. Cole definitely gets better and better as he keeps going, he just is perfect at his craft. He's very, very motivated. It's very rare when we get to see a rapper, especially someone like J. Cole, who has been in the game for quite some time, to still have the motivation and hunger to keep on going. He definitely just keeps getting better and better with time, and there's only up to go from here. I feel like we all feel that J. Cole would just keep on rising, even if it comes to the day where he either dies or retires. J. Cole will definitely live on in our hearts for a very, very long time now. And I think what I really, really appreciate about this project, which is something that we should all take away from the album, is J. Cole's words of wisdom to young rappers and just young upcoming MCs who are underground. Pretty much take this whole off season a series that J. Cole is doing as a piece of advice on not only how to succeed in the game but to conquer it as well. J. Cole is now 36 years old. He is in his mid 30s, getting close to his late 30s. J. Cole is getting close to an age where typically a lot of people stop giving a fuck about rappers. There's a certain age where a lot of rap fans feel that rappers should just retire. It's the whole talk that they give to Eminem a lot, like everybody feels that Eminem should retire. The man is he's like in his mid 40s now, and they all feel that maybe he should just stop rapping because he's becoming a joke. J. Cole is getting real close to the age where if he continues to uh, rap, he will either be like known and remembered as a really dope like OG rapper who keeps on outselling every new artist and every other old artist that he came up with, or he might be viewed as the biggest laughing stock of rap who can't call it quits. It's a very like risky gamble that I feel a lot of rappers take when they hit a certain age where people just seem to think maybe they should retire and just let their legacy uh, live on instead of destroying it by making albums that no one is going to care about anymore. And as someone who has reached the highest heights in the game, someone who has achieved the most highest success that I think any other modern rapper will be able to get, as someone who blew up very quickly and keeps on outselling all of his projects and singles, J. Cole on this album still raps as if he is underrated, as if he is a young boy in the early 2000s starting out with just $1 in a dream, and just starting out as if nobody knows who he is. It's very humbling that J. Cole is still rapping as if he hasn't achieved shit sometimes. I also feel that a very huge topic on this album is how no matter how big you get in this specific career, like in entertainment, whether you're an actor, whether you're a radio personality, whether you're a musician, this type of career, like this type of lifestyle is not meant to last forever. There are days where you are going to miss this kind of lifestyle because, like there are certain times where, you just have to understand that you're not gonna have it forever, and you're not gonna like be as hot as you were back then when you first started out. And it really puts a lot of shit into perspective because this album sort of shows up that it sort of teaches us that um, even a big name like J. Cole, one of the most iconic and biggest rappers that is talked about in hip hop, even a big name like J. Cole can fall off just like that. He could get canceled, he could like not be cared for anymore, like it can just happen just like that. In a way, J. Cole raps throughout this whole album as if tomorrow nobody is gonna give a fuck about J. Cole anymore. Like this could be the last album he ever makes before tomorrow people say I'm over J. Cole, J. Cole's getting too old, J. Cole should retire. J. Cole raps as if it's going to be his last time rapping, and it's really fucking inspirational, and I think it's like really powerful as well. So in a way, this is J. Cole's way of finally like not taking himself so serious, finally, having fun with it, and finally like, flexing on people. And I think that is probably the main reason why people love this particular project and why they feel that it's the better projects that J. Cole has dropped, because it's really great and refreshing to see him have fun with his craft. I feel like we've all seen J. Cole just do all these like serious like woke albums and whatnot, that it's finally time to see him like flex and just really enjoy the like overall like outstanding success that he's gotten over the past like maybe 2 decades of being an MC. If there's one thing I've gathered from this album is that J. Cole is definitely not fucking around anymore. Not that he was fucking around before, but I feel like this time he's like back with a fucking vengeance. Like he shows off his like rap skills that have obviously gotten better and better as he kept going. It's very like great to see how J. Cole started off, like when he first freestyled, and that new recent freestyle that he did, he definitely improved, and he's definitely still fucking crazy. J. Cole dropped some of the most clever bars in this project. My favorite bar is him saying, I don't remember the exact quote, but he said, can't believe I had more M's than the real Slim Shady video. It's like that's fucking that's a good fucking bar. You know, for those of you that have never seen the real Slim Shady video, you know, in the video, Eminem is surrounded by a bunch of other Eminems. You know, because it's called the real Slim Shady. You know, and the chorus goes with the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. Like, you know, during the chorus, they're all there. So you know, it's really it's a really fucking clever bar. I low key thought he was like talking shit about Eminem, but then I reheard it and I was like that's fucking facts right there. Also, I will say that it was very refreshing and weird for me to see the dramatic change of the production value in this particular project. I feel that maybe the past four J. Cole albums, he kind of had the same sort of style. Yeah, he included beats, but they weren't so much in your face as they were here. J. Cole definitely like went a whole different route with the production value, and had beats where he just went hard. He was in your face. He wanted you to know that he was there. J. Cole just wanted everyone to pay attention. He really did a very good job in this particular project to grab a lot of people's attention. It seems that a lot of people with this album in particular, they were like really fully invested in what J. Cole had to offer. But although J. Cole is a lot more, lit and hype in this particular project, it is still really cool to see him, take himself a little bit more serious, talking about his life, talking about, the struggles of being a rapper and everything. I think one of the realest things that J. Cole said on here is how he really like wants all these other rappers to talk about being a broke rapper. I know that sounds weird, but what J. Cole was saying is that, yeah, being a rapper, you have all this money and you feel like, your money problems are gone. But, at the same time, like when you have all the money and, you have not only yourself, but a family to take care of, most of your money goes to your family, like in a lot of cases, not only for rappers, but for like big time celebrities that make a shit ton of money, a lot more money than I guess what we normies make. They definitely save themselves for last. All of their money goes, for their kids, for their wives, their parents, and everything. And if there's a little bit left, they will spoil themselves as well. But when it comes to this sort of job, when it comes to an entertainment job where you're making a shit ton of money, you tend to leave yourself, last to the point where it feels like you low key can't really enjoy the money a lot. You can't really enjoy the new like a luxury of this new life of yours. I think that's one of the realest thing that I've heard J. Cole say on this project. Like that's another reason why we all love J. Cole. He is a really like real person. He fucking like he speaks the truth pretty much. And although J. Cole is known for him being a lone wolf, the man went platinum without any features, for 2014 Forest Hills Drive to For Your Eyes Only and KOD, the man went fucking platinum with no features. And even said in KOD, how people are asking why he won't let anybody get on his album, why he won't let anybody feature on his album. And he pretty much replied by saying maybe because they're not worthy enough of being on a J. Cole project. J. Cole definitely like, I wouldn't say that he feels he is better than everybody, that he is too good for features. He just pretty much left all these rappers behind because J. Cole is just in his own little zone. But like I said, although J. Cole is a lone wolf, it was very good to see him team up with artists finally in this project. This is the first project since Born Center that J. Cole has finally included features. Not that many. There's still maybe little to no features on here where it seems that J. Cole is the main attraction, which he pretty much is. But for the few features, I want to talk about a few of my favorite ones. The third track, entitled My Life, has a feature with 21 Savage and Murray. Murray is somebody that recently blew up. He made a single, I think, last year called Quicksand. Is a very good song. Please go listen to it. He is very fucking talented. he does the chorus on here. His singing voice is really good. And 21 Savage, somebody who teamed up with J. Cole in his I Am Better Than I Was album, I believe is how you pronounce it. J. Cole showed up on the song a lot. That song is really, really fucking dope. I don't think anyone expected 21 Savage to team up with J. Cole. And, honestly, I feel that this track in particular has shown us how much better 21 Savage has gotten. I didn't really fuck with 21 Savage when he first came out with this, is an album project. But after hearing the I Am Better Than I Was album, I really, really saw the improvements. And I really, really love the storytelling that 21 Savage and J. Cole did on this song. Talking about their life pain or their life struggles. Growing up poor and everything. Just growing up with a dream that no one really rehearses and no one truly, truly is ready for when they blow up. You can work as hard as you can with being an independent artist and everything. You can drop three albums prior independently and think that you're ready once you blow up. And once you blow up, you really, really start to realize how different it is from being a very, very big, talked about a rapper, from being an independent rapper that not that many people know about. I think that's what this song really, really teaches us, is that no one truly is ready for this life. And no matter how hard your life was prior to getting this new lifestyle, this new lifestyle is just another obstacle and another life challenge for you to get used to, adapt to, and pretty much adjust to as well. There's also Let Go My Hand with the singer Black. He obviously does the chorus on here. He did something really weird with his voice where, he made it a lot more deeper. So I couldn't tell it was him, but, it was him. He did a really good job on here. He was kind of like the backup vocals as well while J. Cole was rapping. This one really, really hit me hard because, in the song, J. Cole says how, he heard the beat that you hear on this song while he was on vacation. It was a beat that he has heard before, but he just didn't really fuck with at first. And then he hears it one more time, and he decides to write a lyrics to it, which is this song that was on this album called Let Go My Hand. He was saying, how, I guess you don't truly ever connect to something at first, unless you later on come back to it. I think it's a sign of a sort of like a reflection. J. Cole, reflecting on his life and everything. Truly not only connecting to this beat, but just connecting to everything that's been going on in his life. I feel like this was J. Cole's first time truly grasping what has happened in his life. Where he is now. It's really, really, it's just really humbling and just very emotional to see, pretty much. And there's everybody's favorite track, which is called Pride Is the Devil with Lil Baby. I will say that I initially did enjoy this song. It has a really catchy chorus by J. Cole. I can't stand Lil Baby, y'all. I was hoping that J. Cole would at least make this song seem a bit better and make me forget that Lil Baby's even on it. But I'm sorry, I said it once and I'll say it again. I don't like Lil Baby, and I don't think he contributed well to someone like J. Cole. However, I am going to say that although I did have initially some positive things to say about it, my problem with the album is that it felt a bit too short. It felt like it was one of the shortest albums that J. Cole has made. It goes by way too fast, and for the most part, I sometimes find myself hard trying to remember the big important aspects of what made this album enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, it's not a bad album at all. I only didn't like two tracks. It's a 12-track album. There were two tracks on there that I wasn't really fucking with. One of those was Amari and Pride Is the Devil with Lil Baby. But besides those two tracks, the other tracks are really enjoyable, and I really enjoyed hearing it. It's definitely not a bad ratio. It's just I guess I don't really feel as satisfied with this particular project like I was with J. Cole's other albums. I was talking to my buddy Jordan about it, and not only did he agree with me that you don't really feel as satisfied, but he also told me that he got a little bit bored towards the middle of the album. He said that, he felt that, there were like really, really good tracks that he really enjoyed, and he got a bit, disappointed and frustrated that, those really, really good songs that he liked were only like a minute and 30 seconds long, maybe 2 minutes. For a J. Cole album, I personally felt that he could have done more. And my buddy Jordan felt that way as well. So I wanted to give y'all that perspective as well, so you guys know that it's not just me that feels this way. There's another person and probably a lot of other people, if you like dig deep in the world, that probably feel about this particular project. Would I say that this album was worth the wait? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know yet. Maybe I still need that album to grow a bit on me. But as of now, I personally feel that it wasn't worth the wait. But at the same time, if anything, this project gets me excited for the fall off. I think that's the official studio album that J. Cole is going to drop this year. I think that's going to be what he does. I hope it doesn't take him 3 more years to drop it. I'm pretty sure he's dropping that later on this year. Maybe during the summer, maybe after the summer, who knows. So in a way, it gets me excited for that project because I'm sure that one will be satisfying and more better than this one, or just, I guess, better, not more better. I'm illiterate as fuck, sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really feel as satisfied with this particular project. Like I said, it's not a bad album. I fairly enjoyed this project. But when I compare it to the other stuff that J. Cole has dropped, it isn't my favorite one. I don't personally feel that it is his better projects. Although I will say that if this mixtape is just him like practicing the whole like athletic practice and just rehearsal of what's to come, then imagine what the fall off is going to be like. I imagine the fall off is going to be a crazy fucking album. But until then, we do have this mixtape that a lot of people seem to like, so please don't pay too much attention to my opinion, because at the end of the day, my opinion doesn't truly matter. That's just my thoughts and rant about this particular project. I obviously said like a decent amount of good things about this project, and that should definitely be the reasons why people should go listen to this project. But as far as I see it, I don't think it's one of his better projects, and I don't think is something that was worth the wait. Like I said, it's just not my favorite album, but I do understand why people are enjoying it. And hey, to be honest, if you guys are like other people that haven't really been satisfied with the other rap projects that has been releasing this year, then I think you will enjoy this album because it is J. Cole, and like I said, every time J. Cole breathes, it just seems to go platinum. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching my review and my little rant. Hope I didn't bore you guys so much. I hope I didn't sound like I wasn't just saying like nothing. I hope I sort of explain my point of view on it. But I'm not going to drag this on any longer. I'm gonna give this album a 7 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please let me know what you felt about this album. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Have you heard it? What are your favorite tracks? What are your least favorite tracks? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions. And with that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, click that button down below, all that good stuff. And don't forget to stay happy.
It's like I'm living a dream, that's how to reach. I've been cooking like Walter and Jesse B. Kisses, I ain't trying to be a prodigy. Past DV.